Welcome to your mama house. Ooh, let's talk about something.
Ooh, what are we gonna talk about?
Okay. So, we have a very, very unique upbringing. We're Hmong. We grew up Christians. We're Hmong women. We got a big old family. There's 11 children. There's a lot that influenced how we are as a human being. And one thing that I really want to get into today is growing up Hmong, growing up Christian, and growing up as Hmong women or Hmong girls.
It's interesting. We're Hmong American, but I'm not completely one or the other. I'm both. And so, although sometimes I'm like, I don't really have the Hmong lifestyle, is what I call Hmong lifestyle. I just don't. But it's like, also, what is that?
Wait,
and
I was just going to ask you, what is Hmong lifestyle?
Like, I just don't feel like I'm Hmong, but I am. Like, I know I'm Hmong, and I love being Hmong, and I was Hmong for a reason. This is very special. But I feel like kind of lost at times with my cultural identity in being Hmong, because we weren't really raised with a lot of Hmong traditions. You know, obviously we had grown up with a long ass hallway of shoes, and like mom and dad made Hmong food, like rice, and the house is always smelling like rice. And but other than that, I'm like trying to think, what else do we have that's Hmong? Like, we went to a Hmong church, but yeah, it's so interesting because I'm like, I feel like I'm a little bit distant from our Hmong culture at times. And so I'm now that I'm older, I'm growing in curiosity of what is Hmong culture, and I know like shamanism is so rooted in that, and I feel far from it because like we grew up Christian, and so we were taught like shamanism is bad, shamanism is like this, don't eat what they eat, don't do what they do. But that's hard, right? Like, they didn't tell us why. They just told us not to. They didn't really allow us the leeway to challenge things. Like, and by they, I meant like my mom. Because like our dad and his side of the family, most of them I felt like were shamans. So they practice a lot of like tradition, like shamanism, and like rituals, and we would go in support of like his relatives. I remember my mom would help like cook and stuff, and we would just be there, but we were told like not to eat certain things and whatever, especially the stuff that was given to the devil. And I'm just like, why do they like make certain things seem all bad and certain things seem all good when it's so much more than that? So I feel a little bit lost at times with like my Hmong roots. It's interesting because like before dad had passed, I feel like he always told us to speak Hmong, and then after he passed, we spoke less Hmong in the house, in the Chumama house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it's really interesting. What are your thoughts as I'm sharing my experience in our childhood?
Maybe because I was a little bit older than you, I remember quite a bit more. So while you were talking, I'm thinking about, wow, this is so deeply rooted into colonialism.
Yes.
Because our mom's side of the family came here because they were sponsored by a church, and they converted. And I remember growing up, mom was like, oh, we had to get baptized before we could come and whatnot. So stuff like that was happening. And our dad very much grew up shaman, and he held on to our roots. And I think it becomes so complicated because what is Hmong? What is Hmong and what is shamanism? Like, it becomes like a combination of like your culture and your people's religion fused together. And then when you grow up with a mom who believes that this religion saved her and her family from war-torn areas, and they take on this new religion that is good. When something is good, that means something else is bad. And so I feel like we really were in the middle of mom and dad arguing between like Christianity and which means like the old ways, the old traditions. Or I feel like even in Hmong, or Hmong Christians call it something even worse. What
they call it Loda. Like, Christians are Loda, which means like rid of the devil.
Rid of the devil.
Yeah.
And so amongst Hmong Christians, we had this lingo that we used regarding Hmong shamans. And it always felt very derogatory. Like, Hmong Christians would talk about shamans or Hmong shamans like, oh, they just don't know. They still follow the old ways. They're not informed.
There's no respect for it.
Yeah.
There's none of that. If anything, I feel like, man, we were really taught as Hmong Christians that like what we knew was right, and that's it. There was nothing else that is right.
Yeah.
There was no respect for, wow, people do, like, Hmong shamans do what they do because of this, and people believe what they believe here because of this. But everyone else makes space for us to believe what we believe. If anything, Christians are the very pushy ones. So that's what we were taught. That's why at one point I was also a very pushy Hmong Christian.
No, I totally get it. And it's so hard to be Hmong when your Hmongness is deeply rooted in shamanism, or like the traditions or the values of shamanism. And so then in my subconscious mind, I'm like, well, I'm not Hmong then. Hmong equals devil, equals bad, equals shamanism, equals anti-Jesus. And so when you're little and your parents are arguing, you pick a side. You're like, oh, I'm going with the good one. I'm the good one. Not even realizing that was like stripping me of my culture and my roots and my identity, which is why I'm not surprised that you're like, I don't know too much about being Hmong. Like, do we have Hmong lifestyle? Because I remember being in middle school, and one day it was really, really snowy. And when we got dropped off at the bus stop, I had these Hmong girls at my bus stop, and their dad picked them up, and he was like, well, get in the car, I'll just drop you off at home too.
Aww.
And so he dropped me off, and I was like, oh, ocho, which means thank you in Hmong. And they were like, did you just speak Hmong? Because I was so like removed from being Hmong. I'm not Hmong. Like I'm Hmong, but not like that kind of Hmong. Hmong Christians, I feel like there's a superiority. Do you feel that way?
Oh, yeah. Maybe Christianity in general too, where it's more of like you're condemned for not believing in something, and therefore you're going to hell, and you're in the wrong, and you need to accept what's correct. And so there's then that judgment for everyone else who believes anything different than you.
Yeah.
Whereas like the shaman people that I've known, or any non-believer, they never forced their religion on Christians.
And I never felt that they were superior. They didn't feel superior to us, but back then I definitely felt superior. Like I'm believing the right thing.
Yeah.
You're doing the wrong thing.
Like, you need to convert right now.
You want to go to church with me?
You want to go to heaven?
Yeah.
Or you want to stay in hell?
Yeah, and
We'll go to hell.
like we just had these really odd beliefs that we felt were objectively
we were
correct.
Taught that.
We were domesticated in our minds.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to want to be Hmong. But the crazy thing about growing up is I can't outrun being Hmong. I'm so Hmong to the core.
Yeah.
The earth knows I'm Hmong. Like the way the music knows I'm Hmong. I can't run away from that.
There's something different about like Southeast Asian music specifically, where it like does something in my body, in my blood, where it knows I'm Hmong. And it brings me a nostalgic feeling. It's very unique to specifically like Thai music, Laotian music, and Hmong music, especially. All of that makes me feel a sense of home.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it. It knows.
I agree. And
our bodies know. Our souls know.
Like you, it very much reminds me of Dad, because our dad was... I have to give Dad some credit here, because no matter how hard Mom fought him, and no matter how hard Mom would talk to people, be like, my husband, he's like this and he's like this, he still does shaman things. Dad really stood firm in his identity of being Hmong.
And I feel like he was flexible in some ways, where
he
did take us to church. He went to church. I feel like he served a little bit too. I don't know exactly what he did, but I saw him.
He was an usher.
Yeah.
Dad still
he did that.
When I look at them in their practices, like religious practices, Dad was so much more open-minded than Mom was. I remember Mom would tell us we can't eat food at funerals. And I remember thinking like, but in the Bible it says that if you were to pray over, I'm like, so then those comments began to challenge me in my religious beliefs of, wait, you can't eat a food because they did it at a shaman funeral? I thought our God was so much stronger than that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how much they made us, like, how they made us view something into something completely false. Like, what made you make up that story?
Yeah. Oh my
Maybe
gosh.
Mom was confused too. Like, I don't know. Like, I wonder how she felt as... I was like, did she ever even practice shamanism? But Mom won't really talk about stuff, so it's hard. Like, I don't even understand where her head is at either with all this.
I really get the idea from talking with Mom that she feels like this country, the United States of America, and this religion, these two factors saved her. That she owes her life to this.
It's sad. You know, the other day I asked her again, like, I told her, I really want to go to Thailand one day. Like, would you ever want to go back and, like, see how your people lived, where they were? She was like, nope, I don't ever want to go back. I was like, wow.
Mom and I had this conversation too, and I was like, Mom, when I was in Denver, I saw all the mountains, and it made me think of you, and made me think of Laos, and I've never been there, but like I know how to yearn for that, like my soul yearns for it. And Mom was like, stop doing that, why would you do that, why would you miss that? I was like, wow, you grew up there, you don't miss that land, that place that raised your ancestors, that loved you and fed you, you don't miss that? She's like, no, why would I live in this country saved me, this country led me. I'm like, because of this country you had to come here. Like, it's not like she feels like this country, she owes this country something. And I never feel like Dad felt that way. Dad didn't come here because of Christianity, though. Dad came here for better opportunities.
Yeah. Wow, that's so true. Thank you for putting that into perspective. Yeah, Mom saw America as like a refuge, and maybe Dad did too, but differently. Where Dad did put it on a pedestal, because Dad, it's like Mom left and escaped that, but Dad would still send money back to his relatives that he still cared about. He wanted to go back. His loved ones lived there. He cared about our land, our people. Yeah. But Mom was just kind of just like, I don't want anything to do with it anymore. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, I feel like half of Dad's heart was in Laos. And like Mom was like, no. Mom is so extreme. It's either all or nothing, because I told Mom, I was like, wow, I'm so touché for you. I can't, wow. I hope you know that you can appreciate being in this country and still miss your old home. And she's like, okay, fine. Then I do. I was like, do you need permission to miss where you came from? Like, I told her, I was like, I can't run from this. Like, my body knows I'm Hmong. My body knows that the people who came before me are Hmong. And I feel like I owe them homage. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my Hmong people.
Oh, I don't know what it is or how we were taught it, but there was like this shame and embarrassment in being proud of being Hmong. Like, we're that's put as, oh, that's Bobby. But I'm like, as if it's a bad thing when it's not. Like, why were we taught that that's Bobby, that that's bad, that that's weird, that that's not cool? Like, I think we needed to take more pride in being Hmong. It's a very special thing, especially Hmong American. Like, this is very unique, like we talked about yesterday. This is a very unique experience. It's different.
It's so, because we grew up Hmong Christians, we don't have a lot of the experiences that Hmong shamans have. And so when I talk about this with my friends who are Hmong and still practice shamanism, I'm so in awe. I have so many questions for them because I'm like, this is foreign to me. I grew up with none of this, and they're so open with me. And they never try to convert me. They're just like, oh, we do this because of this. And so I remember, do you recall when we were young and we had relatives come over and they tied strings around our hands?
Yes.
And remember the moment they left, Mom took scissors and she cut them all off?
Yeah, something like that.
At my best friend's dad's event, they did a kite, and I don't view it negatively. I just don't know anything about it, so I didn't partake. But I got to do it for my best friend, and it's just a blessing, really. But growing up, I had the idea that this is evil.
Yeah.
Like, it's so bad.
Like bowing and things like that, that's a sign of respect. But we were taught, like, no, you only bow down to God. You bow down to nobody else. Yeah, like, that's a bad thing. But it's just like, well, what about us being Hmong and you could be both. You could be Hmong and Christian. You know, but it was very extreme.
Yeah, it's so multifaceted because I think about weddings and funerals and like just events and how Hmong Christians, you know, I get it how Hmong people were trying to be adaptable in this new religion, this new culture, this new country. But in the process of that, we really vilified where we came from. And now that I'm older and I'm trying to figure out, like, oh, what do these Hmong instruments mean? Or when they do the drums, what does that exactly mean? Because I'm looking at it with a fresh lens, a fresh pair of eyes, with love and true openness. And when I looked at it back then, it was like, oh, this is all bad. Everything here is bad.
It was very divisive.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if we were taught as Hmong Christians that this is just what we do and that's what they do. And neither is bad and neither is all completely right. But we were taught, like, Christianity is completely right and that's it. Everyone else is wrong. And that was what was very weird. What helped? Like, what if they can all exist? Because they do all exist. That's okay.
True. Something that helped me with navigating Hmong shamanism and Hmong Christian is when Hmong Christians didn't agree on things and they didn't get along. And I'm like, oh, even within our same-ish beliefs, we don't believe. And so I just So it kind of makes me look at it from the outside, like, okay, even when you believe the same things, you don't believe the same things. And so how did we somehow make this one so bad, this religion so bad?
Right.
Yeah.
It was only when, like, I became wiser and older that I felt like my eyes were open in seeing, like, oh, this isn't completely bad and this isn't completely good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been more recent, like within the last 5 years, where I started really challenging the Christian beliefs I was raised learning. And so now I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so curious about our Hmong people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know the basic stuff. I don't know many details about our people. And I yearn to, I want to go back to where our people came from. My heart, I feel like this, like you were talking about the turtles and how they go back. They have this energetic field where they just are called back to where they belong, where they were born. I'm like, I feel like that's me. Yeah. I've always wanted to go to Thailand, and I really want to go see our people. I feel like that's going to change something in me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, culturally amongst Hmong shamans and Hmong Christians, I do see similarities because we share a culture, but we differ in religious beliefs. Mm. And so something that I recognize that no matter what religion you practice within the Hmong community, we all fall under this, we have a patriarch. Mm-hmm. And so the patriarch, the men really just rule everything, even within the church. Mm-hmm. Remember, growing up, we were always told that women can't preach in the church. Women can't teach. Women can't do this. And so I was always like, I always felt like this religion should liberate people. And even then it didn't. And so I hear Hmong Christians talk all the time about the Hmong culture, and they criticize, as they should, the patriarch. But they also don't understand how the religion itself is patriarchal. Mm-hmm. They can't see that. They see what's wrong with our Hmong culture, but they don't see what's wrong with their religion. Mm-hmm. They're not ready for that conversation because I've tried having those.
Mm-hmm. You were preaching it.
It's such a hard place to be because I found myself rejecting our culture, our religion. Only after I rejected all of it did I come to a place where I'm like, I'm ready to learn about it. What?
I just remember being at our sister cousin, her house, and they would oning, and I remember just because we were told we couldn't eat the food, I remember looking at their eggs like, those eggs look so good, I want to eat some. I really wanted to eat some eggs, and they always have great snacks. I'm like, damn, we can't eat them either. I wanted to eat them.
Yeah, if somebody knows what that is, like they would have all the snacks, and I'm like,
and fruits,
okay, and
that? Drinks. Like, man,
Mom would be like, I'll buy you some. I was, you never buy us that variety.
Man, if I go back, I should have just ate them.
I'd be eating it now, like.
I love those.
Because truly, even the Bible says it's not what goes into your mouth that is nasty; it's what comes out of your mouth. And so, which brings me to my next point. I realized that, like, I feel like Hmong shamans, they embody love more than I've ever experienced from Hmong Christians.
Ooh, yeah.
It's such a hard topic for Hmong Christians to talk about.
Mm-hmm. They embody more love through their words and actions. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I have a lot of trauma issues.
Me too.
Yeah, so when you said that, it reminded me of, like, a few things, but one of them is, like,
I know what you're talking about.
When Mom and I, we always argued, like, growing up. Like, almost all my life, Mom and I had argued. And, and one time, because we have this friend. She's actually one of our brother's ex-girlfriends. But we're still her friend. And I remember being open with her about the mean things my mom would say to me. Like, you're not deserving of good things. And I told her that. She was like, wow, my mom would never say that to me. And she's not even a Christian. Mm-hmm. And I remember, I was like, wow, I'm going to use that. I'm going to say it to my mom. So then I said that to my mom. I was like, I told my friend that you said this and this. And she said that her mom, like even their mom, who's not even a believer, would even say the things that you have said to us. And Mom was pissed at that. She was hurt. But I'm like, but it's true. Did I lie? Mm-hmm. I didn't lie. Like, how is it that non-believing mothers know how to love their daughters and sons more than you do, and you claim to be a Christian? That's very painful. I'm not like, it's just painful. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want us to believe what you believe in, Mom, and you tell us to pray and read the Bible all the time, but if you don't embody love, why would I want to do what you do?
Why did we ever expect that a Christian person would be better? Like, ideally, yeah, if they follow the Bible, but why do we ever, like, why did I ever truly objectively think that
Because
they
they
would?
talk it, so you should walk it.
I agree, but after they've shown us over and over and over, I can't believe I still
true.
continue to think that.
Yeah, that's true.
Now we don't think that, but as a child, it really messes your brain up. I remember I was talking to someone, one of my friends, about like my religious trauma and my culture trauma, and they're like, "Wow, are you okay? That sounds like a lot." Like, I'm like, I know, I can't believe I'm all right. Like, I really feel like this is something I should probably go to rehab for. Like, it was like an addiction. Like, my mind had to cleanse from that. It was so much. I feel like there's so many things pulling me in different directions, like our culture, our religion, our upbringing, our parents. When you grow up and your parents are constantly arguing about values and beliefs, you don't know what to think. I remember those arguments very clearly.
Yeah. I remember waking up from my
Yeah.
sleep because mom and dad arguing. And then they'd be like teaching us, like, this is why you need to yoke with someone who's whatever. What do they call it? Like,
Yeah, equally yoked.
equally yoked.
Yeah. And I do 100% agree with that. Because
No wonder, because of mom and dad.
but you know what, thank God that dad continued to push on that, because I feel like because of his challenging mom, I was able to be like, okay, there was a part of me that was like, well, I agree with mom because of God, but how is our culture bad? Like, sure, there are lots of things that we can correct, but I look at our people and I have so much grace, and I have so much, I'm just in awe of the endurance of our people, how we survived wars and how we moved from place to place, and how Hmong people are so resilient. I'm so proud to be Hmong, and it took me a long time to get here, but I am so proud.
At what point did you start, like, unlearning what we were taught as Hmong Christians and then growing and wanting to be more rooted in Hmong culture and who you are as a Hmong woman?
I realized the extremes in things. If you look at this country and you only see the KKK as a representative of Christianity, you're gonna be like, dang, this is terrible. And so I feel like all that mom was doing was showing us the worst of shamanism. Like, look, they do this, they sacrifice animals, and the Bible says we don't need to do that anymore. So like, mom was constantly pinpointing all the evils of shamanism or of our culture, and that made me like, ooh, okay. But it was when I realized that if you look at only the extreme, you will only find the extreme. And so when I looked at the good, I'm got to look at the good, I was able to see, wow, my people really care about each other. They really want healing. They really want like deliverance. They really want to honor someone in death, and they really want to honor people in sickness and in health. And I really saw the heart of our people and how pure it is. And like, you don't have to totally agree with someone to see where, okay, like, they sacrificed a pig because their brother is sick, and they came and they did this event. I see the love in that. I see how much Hmong people come together to wish well on someone, and I stopped looking at it as, oh my gosh, that ritual is so weird. I looked at it as like, I see the heart in that. I really see the good in that.
They have spiritual gifts, and they intercede for each other, and when they come through for each other, they come through hard. Like,
Yes.
it's not just like a little gathering. It's like they invite relatives there. I think there's power in that.
I agree.
It's
And
amazing.
it was easy to overlook the good when all you're talked about is this food was sacrificed to the devil. It's so scary. Like, when you're a little,
Yeah, we were
you're
just
5 years old and you just
sacrifice.
you just want to eat a boiled egg on the tray, but you can't because it's sacrificed to the devil. It's like,
Like, oh no, and if I eat it, then that means the devil's gonna go in me.
yeah, it's inside of me now. And it's like, oh, like, I remember when our little cousin passed away, we went to her shaman funeral. It was spooky. I was scared, but I feel like we only went to those events that we didn't know about. Like, we weren't educated on. We were just, and mom, not just mom, our parents never really educated us. Like, oh, this is what's happening in this culture. It's, and, in our culture we do this. It was just everything was scary.
Yeah, just like how Hmong shamanism, like, we were taught Hmong shamanism was bad, but like, how come as Hmong Christians we weren't taught that Hmong Christianity can be scary too? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, the speaking in tongue thingy, and then the whole putting the towel over your head, and the like that. Someone who's not used to that would get scared, just like shamanism, just like Christianity, whatever denominations, you know. But yeah, it's like not one thing itself is scary or bad.
I have a friend who, he's shaman, and they would do like basketball stuff or whatever. And you know, when they would eat, he would bow his head, close his eyes when they would pray. And he was just like, I just felt like it was the respectful thing to do. And I didn't mind. He's like, but when it came to us, they always talked down on what we would do. They would never support us in our events. And he was like, and that made me view you guys differently. And I was like, please stop grouping me with them. He's like, well, yeah, you're different, but, and I'm just like, and I understand, and 100%, I totally get where he's coming from. I was like, even I thought that, though. I want you guys to know, I was like, even I had secondhand embarrassment with that, like, it's such a unique experience, and then to be Hmong girls on top of that, I had so much anger within me. I feel like there was so much unjust that happened. It didn't matter what religion you were in. I think it's something Hmong women can agree on, right? Whether you grew up shaman or Christian or whatever you are, atheist, we're treated a certain way. And we had like triple oppression. It's not funny. It's not funny, but I look at it now and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Can y'all relate? I know there are so many of y'all who also grew up in the church, or even just in a Christian household, where even if y'all didn't go to church, you were still taught that shamanism was bad, and it created this confusion and division within yourself, because we're Hmong, but then like shamanism is such a big part of our culture, and now we feel lost. And I'm still trying to figure out and find my Hmong roots. I don't really feel like I know I'm Hmong, but like I feel a little disconnected.
I think us not having a country is a thing too.
Oh yeah, that hurts.
It hurts us. I feel like we're still healing from the war. We lost so many men, so we grew up, so many of us grew up in homes where our fathers were absent or not alive, or were struggling with PTSD from serving. And then Hmong veterans are also not honored as veterans in this country. And so we definitely sympathize.
I appreciate you bringing that up, because that's so true. Like, we're healing.
Yeah, we're still healing.
And what would help us heal more is unity and not division. And shamanism isn't bad. Christianity isn't bad. Yeah. And that's all we're really trying to say, I feel. Yeah.
I agree. And learning to embrace one another. You don't have to agree with everyone, but I feel like I've never seen a Hmong Christian person in leadership extend themselves to a shaman person truly without wanting to convert them. Like, they don't want to connect. They just want to be right. They want to debate. And so, but when I talk to Hmong shaman people, they have this understanding of, we all come from the same place. All journeys of faith lead to the same place. I don't feel like Hmong Christians understand that.
They don't.
And they can't. Yeah.
Because to them, they're going there, not you, if you don't believe.
And the craziest part is that we came from that, and I still feel like they could never. And it's really difficult for me as well to get that. Yeah.
Just circling back again to the part where somewhere along the lines it made us cringe about being Hmong, and I don't want to cringe about that. Like, if we want to talk Hmong, we talk Hmong. We don't care about if it seems fobby or not. Being and feeling fobby is not bad at all. I love it when we just listen to Hmong music and we sing together, and we're not shy or ashamed of who we are. We were taught, someone made us feel bad about being Hmong. I think that's so ridiculous.
You know, I think Mom did a great job at removing us from certain things, because you just mentioned music. For one, Mom didn't let us listen to secular music, period. And that's something that Mom and Dad argued about too, because Dad, you get your music thing from Dad. Well, Mom has that too. But our love for Hmongness, I think, comes from Dad. And I feel like Mom and Dad were constantly battling with that. And so I love that we listen and we embrace.
It lives through us. Like, Dad's gone, but guess what? The music and our love for it remains in us.
Girl, we are Daddy's daughters for real, because the older we get, the more I'm like, oh my gosh, We cannot outrun ourselves. Like,
there are Thai songs that like dad listened to when he was alive, and it makes me feel a particular kind of way. And so when I listen to it now, I'm like, wow, it reminds me of dad, it reminds me of home. And by home I mean like Southeast Asia. And it's just, there's something about it, like we can't run from it as much as we try to. We're still Hmong. So don't be ashamed of it. Like, don't be ashamed of it, and like knowing how to speak Hmong and speaking Hmong and loving being Hmong and being curious about our culture.
oh my gosh, because our people are mountain people, and because we fled the war, and because we're still healing, and we do all these things, and we're traumatized. We're a traumatized group of people. Our parents are immigrants. Some of us were not born here. Some of us were born here. Our parents are still healing. Like, war is so serious. It's violent. It changes your life. It has an indent in this planet. How could it not affect us?
Yes. It not only affects our parents, but our generation, the next generation, the next generation after that. It can be carried through, and this is why healing and unity is important. Community.
Yeah. I love Hmong people. I feel like my Hmong always recognizes the Hmong in someone else. Like, even when I travel, I'll be thinking, like, is that person Hmong? Like, and growing up, I used to be like, oh, please, I don't want to be around Hmong people. And along the line, someone did teach us to not want to be Hmong. And I love that as an adult, we're actively pursuing what is Hmong, like. And Hmong is us. Whatever we do is Hmong, right? But it's like we want to learn like the history of our people. Where do we come from? How are we? Because we're so amazing. I cannot believe we created the whistle language as a resistance during the war. That is so freaking cool, you guys.
Yeah. Our people are amazing. Just to be transparent, I'm still healing from like Hmong trauma with men, like boys specifically.
Oh my gosh.
Like they're the ones I'm still avoiding. We're like, oh, Hmong boy, don't look. Like, I love our brothers, and they're probably, like, the only Hmong men in my life who I'm, like, I could be around. But, like, outside of that, like, if we're in hometown, like, no, I don't want to look at nobody besides, unless you're a Hmong woman. Yeah, so that's something I'm healing from. Yeah, because there's a lot that goes into it, with how everything is in our culture.
Shout out to Hmong woman. For real. We all the GOAT. Because I feel like Hmong women really carry our people. Hmong men do a lot too, but I want to take this time to specifically honor Hmong women, because we're Hmong women, and Hmong women bring us life, and I'm just so proud of us. I know we as Hmong women go through a lot of things that Hmong men, boys would never understand. I just want to send love to that.
I agree. And I have something off topic sort of again,
okay,
but it sort of relates. So because we didn't like really receive Hmong I almost said Hmong love, Hmong affection. Yeah, because we didn't really receive like Hmong affection from our mom. Whenever I go to Hmongtown, there's this lady who works at the Hmongtown Lee LLC restaurant, and she'd be saying, ma, like, she'd be saying, like, ocho mo, need to support bayo. Like, she's so sweet. Like, she's the only, like, woman who's ever called me ma in my life. And I'm like, there's something so sweet and endearing in saying that. Like, I never received that from a mom. And it's just so sweet. I'm like, wow, the Hmong people, Hmong women, our Hmong language is so sweet and loving. And I just, yeah, it just made me think of that.
Oh shoot! While you were saying that, it made me think of, we grew up hearing "Dorlajana."
Yeah, no, for real.
You like, stupid or what?
We grew up hearing really rough things, but like some Hmong women, Hmong mothers are so sweet. I'm like, wow, I wonder how it is to have a loving, caring Hmong mother. Cause like, yeah, I'm Hmong, but like, how does it feel to have a loving Hmong mother?
You know how she was sweet to you, and you remember that?
Yeah.
I remember when people were not sweet to us in Hmong. No.
Oh,
like
our family?
It was one of the hardest things about growing up Hmong and being very sensitive to words is you remember things people say to you, right? Or how people made you feel. Or like people will be like, oh my gosh, you're like, she's so cute, she's so pretty. Because in Hmong, in our culture, apparently, whether you're Christian or shaman, is that like you can't accept a compliment for your child because then the demons gonna get them. And so then when you're little, you just think like, oh, they they think I'm cute. My parents think I'm ugly. Like, it really messed with my mind of what it is to be Hmong. Like, oh, so in our culture, we only say the mean things?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
apparently
blah.
it's a part of the culture.
But other Hmong parents be saying nice things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it feel having grown up being called Thai? You're the only daughter in our family who was called that growing up.
Thai literally means daughter. Yeah. And it's also like a term of endearment. Because another Hmong woman could call you daughter. Oh, la not me Thai. It just means daughter. But I don't know why they only called me that. Like I said, it didn't come with many perks.
Wow.
There were no benefits. But I do see where it was more endearing. Yeah, so I do definitely see that.
It's so interesting because like they don't even call the boys me too.
Yeah, they just like
I feel
called
like that's
me Thai.
endearing. Yeah.
Like it was my name.
But only the favorites had like they weren't called me too, but they were called like Baho. What else were they called? Nai.
Yeah.
Me Nai. Yeah, things like that. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's very interesting.
It's like
our language and the way mom and dad chose to use it towards
it was
certain
very
siblings.
intentional.
It was.
Because why were not all of us Thai? All the girls Thai.
Thai, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very weird. I always noticed it too growing up. I don't know what I made out of it. I just knew I knew as well.
Yeah.
It's
interesting growing up Hmong and Christian for
low
sure.
key, I ain't gonna lie to you. I hope that y'all didn't notice like that mom called me Thai. I'm not. I was like, it gave me secondhand embarrassment for them because I'm like.
And now I get awkward because like a few months ago, my mom called me and my other sisters in Thai for like the first time, and we just got super uncomfortable because it's like. Imagine if someone treated you horrible all your life and all of a sudden they're like being nice to you. It's like, what's going on? What's wrong?
Dude gonna say, you want me to go get when?
Yeah, what's wrong? And then for the first time, I think in 2024, she called me beautiful. I was like, whoa, this is so weird. Why are you calling me beautiful? It's weird.
I'm so deprived of a Hmong motherly love specifically because I ain't gonna lie. Black moms are so good to me and black moms be like healing my mother wound.
Yes.
But there's this Hmong lady, this Hmong mom from France on Facebook, and I call her my Hmong mom, and I just watch her all day long. All she does is cook. She has a food truck, and so she just cooks and sells her food, and she speaks in Hmong, and she has this cute French accent, and I just like watch her, and I just wish she was my mom and how she. So I vicariously live through her, but I really yearn for a Hmong mom, a good Hmong mom, because I'm Hmong, I recognize that Hmong love.
Ooh, I would like to backtrack and agree with you about black moms being so healing because when I was a little girl, black women were the only women who complimented me and gave me affection. Like I remember I'd be at Walmart with our mom and black women would come up to my mom and be like, oh, your daughter's so beautiful, she's so cute, or they would call me sweetie. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you think so? Like I was surprised because like we never heard that from our own mother. So to hear it from like black women, that healed something in me where I'm like, okay, I am. Like I am. Even though my own mother doesn't say it or treat me like it, I am because they think that. So I'm like, wow, black women are so amazing. Like they're not afraid to show love and to just do it so outwardly. And I feel like, well, I can only speak from our experience with our mom. I felt like she just, whether we were in person or like no, whether it was just us like in private or if it was in public, she wasn't really that affectionate with us. So I'm like, wonder how that feels. And also because I expect people to walk the talk, I expected more from a Christian mother, that you would be more loving. And so I don't know why I did expect that hope because she didn't really show more love. But yeah, not to say that mom's not loving at all.
Yeah. This is, this started off as a conversation for like Hmong, growing up as Christians, but no matter what conversation we talk about, we always come back to our childhood. And this is why it's called Trauma House, is because no matter what we discuss, I've always known, like, it's our childhood, it's our upbringing. It is the very beginning of my life that set the precedence of what the rest of my life will look like, and I believe I will continue to always be digging into this.
And this isn't us dwelling on it, but learning from it and through it. Learning from it, healing through it, and being better from it, empowered through it, and doing better.
If you could choose life all over again, would you choose to be Hmong again?
I don't know what I would choose, because the choice comes with the lessons that I'll learn, and I don't know. I don't even know if I would want to live again.
Okay.
Yeah, as a human, I don't know.
That's real. That's valid.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, yeah.
You would?
100%.
As Hmong again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just for sure not a person of no, I mean for sure not a white person. I was a person of whiteness.
I mean, it's just like I like the observation. I like seeing the good in it, and the more good I look for, the more I find. And
I love that.
I love. It's almost like a game to me. It's like a puzzle. It's like, okay, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find this good thing. Yeah, and I'm sure if I grew up Peruvian, I would probably be like, I would choose to be Peruvian again. You know, it's the life I know that I remember, and yeah, I would do it again.
Okay, just because I'm not sure if I want to be human again in my next life, it's not to say that I don't like being human or don't like being Hmong. Yeah. I love being who I am. I love being Hmong. It's just been hard. I think maybe I want to be like something else.
Okay.
Like a flower that just comes and goes. Yeah. Or the water, or the wind, or the trees. I don't know.
Okay, period.
Something nature-y.
That reminds me of a documentary I watched on YouTube, and it was so good. It was about how Hmong people developed the whistle tone, and we copied the birds. Like we learned from the birds and how to communicate with each other during the war, so they wouldn't recognize us. And I also love that in that documentary he talks of, oh my gosh, he's so sweet. This is this older gentleman, and his wife died, and so when he's Kashia, Hmong people have feelings of nostalgia and love like no other culture I know has this, where we yearn, and only nature understands us. So like they play these instruments, or a leaf, they blow a leaf, and I don't know, I feel like it's so healing. And he talks about how like Hmong people, we want to be in the clouds, and so we fled to the clouds, and that's why we ended up in the mountains. That really began to heal me.
With you talking about it, it reminds me of Black people and Black culture and their oppression, and how they became free from that and are becoming free from that. Because like I wish that Hmong people and Black people could have more conversations with each other. I think Hmong people, we were taught anti-Blackness, and so we grew up in that, and there's less of those conversations. But imagine if we had been more united in talking about our histories and what America has put us through.
Oh my gosh, we have the
It
same
would be
oppressor.
so different. Like, oh my gosh, because you talking about the singing, it's like Black people when they were slaves, they also sang, and that helped them escape slavery. And then also like cornrows, or is that what it's called, cornrows? Like they would they would design the cornrows on the hair as a way of which path to escape. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, we need to be united.
I think they would also put kernels in their hair as food to while they were on their journey to liberation. But it's so amazing because our stories are very similar, and we have the same oppressor, and we're both here for the same reason. And so, yeah, absolutely, we have to talk more about that. But this is exactly what they want, is division. And us hating our culture or not liking it. When you don't know your culture, you don't know your powers, right? You don't know the power of your people. You don't know your ancestors. You don't recognize the voices. And so us growing up and searching for our identity and becoming that is resistance. It is a power as well. And I'm very proud of us because we could have gone our entire lives never caring about this.
We're powerful, and that's why they try to control us and divide us. And they're doing a great job, but we won't let them win. We're going to keep on fighting, because if it's not religion, it's race. It's something else. Like for us, okay, let's put people of color against each other. If it's not that, religion, Christianity and shamanism, there's something. Sexism, okay, male and females. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much, and it goes so deep.
Like, let's just keep finding opposite parties to disagree and to fight while we sit back. But to me, love always wins. As long as we love each other, we're gonna win.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to challenge Hmong Christians to be more open-minded, to stop thinking that everything that everyone else does is demonic or evil or sinful. Focus more about being a loving person than being a correct Christian. If your religion does not lead you to love more, what's the point?
it means nothing.
Absolutely. I think this will be an ongoing conversation. So I think there's so much more. And I think it's only right that we have guests on here. I'd love to hear more viewpoints, because you and I, we grew up in the same home with the same parents, with the same, our upbringing is very similar. And so I'd love to have more people who share different perspectives on here, and we'll be sure to do that. Thank you guys for joining us. We hope you enjoy this conversation. Leave your thoughts, your comments below. Tell me where you disagree. Tell us where you agree. Tell us what you never thought of. Whatever it is, leave it below, and we'll see you next time.